All right, some brand news in brief now, and some of Africa's most creative minds have come together to bring to life the Afro-futuristic theme for this year's prestigious Vodacom Durban July. As part of the Stars of Africa fashion theme, 3 top local designers have been challenged to create collections inspired by the story of an African future. And Coca-Cola taking advantage of the hype around the mega movie Avengers Endgame by turning its can tabs into collectible Avengers pins. That's a good idea. Brainchild of the W. McCann Brazil ad agency and created by an illustrator at Marvel Studios, around 6,000 of these pins were distributed to Endgame viewers at the country's largest theatre chain, Cinemark, and on Coca-Cola's e-commerce sites. Now, the carnage in the magazine publishing industry is well documented. With sales figures in freefall, the Audit Bureau of Circulation's results generally paint a pretty bleak picture of the category as a whole. But there is some light shining at the end of all of this darkness. Caxton's monthly family interest magazine, Bona, seems to be bucking the trend. The ABC's recent findings show a massive circulation increase of 13% in the last quarter of 2018 for the magazine compared to the same time frame in 2017. So, what are the secrets to the 63-year-old publication's recovery? We took our cameras to Bona's headquarters in Johannesburg to find out.
At inception, Bona's mandate was basically to cater for the black family and the black community at large. So it was covering everything from family issues, parenting, community issues around crime. I remember one of the first gay marriages in South Africa were covered by Bona. So it was that publication where it was tackling a lot of the issues that were affecting black communities head on and delivering what the communities needed to know.
Now, the magazine is aimed at upwardly mobile working mums between the ages of 25 and 49, and the editor believes it's the close relationship between the magazine and its readers and the relevance of the content that drives the brand's success. There's also a strong focus on education and providing readers with inspirational and aspirational content that addresses modern concerns.
We are constantly doing research. We work with an organization called Opinion Solutions. We do research on our digital market. We do research on our print market. We research covers. We research our readers' favorite lipsticks. Everything is about what they want to know. We also do quite a lot of engagement on our social media platforms, finding out what did you like about this issue, what didn't you like about this issue, which cover is your favorite, so that we know and grow and constantly are making sure that we are feeding our reader and not necessarily doing things to feed ourselves. What sets Bona apart from other publications is the fact that we appeal to a wider audience in terms of the black woman. And we also understand that for the longest time, there was this very top-down approach to talking to readers in magazines. So it was very much prescribing what beauty is, prescribing what success is, and not necessarily actually saying, as our slogan says, be who you are, and actually accepting and understanding that this is who they are, and then making them the best version of themselves instead of the best version of who you think they need to be. And I think that Bona has gotten really right. So our tone in which content is written in, the images that we choose, everything speaks very much to I'm your sister, I'm your friend, let's, advise each other, let's chat, let's understand this life thing together. But also at the same time, whoever you are, whatever you look like, whether you are from the rural areas or from the townships or suburbia, you are welcomed and you are enough. You don't have to look like a certain version of what beauty or success is. The current media landscape is very, very scary. What we are doing is making sure that we are constantly engaging with our reader. I think it begins with the reader. We can't have this top-down approach where I assume, I think, I know what my reader wants or what my reader needs to be or what my reader needs to have. I need to make sure that I'm constantly engaging with her. What we've done is that we've brought on a lot of contributors that are actually our target audience. So the woman who writes our motoring section is a black woman in the same demographic that we target. So therefore she can speak in a way that our reader understands. So it's not I don't understand your life and I'm giving you advice. It's very much trying to get women that live the type of lives that our demographics live, and then getting them to help write content for us. And therefore, we are hoping that that makes it more of a conversation.
The magazine is also the only one in the country that publishes in 4 different languages: English, Zulu, Sotho and Xhosa, which further bolsters the target audience.
For us, in terms of being a proudly South African brand, we want to celebrate our indigenous languages. We get numerous requests from schools, whether it be higher education or basic education, where our actual magazines in the languages that we publish in are being used for examinations, are being used as learning tools and teaching tools in schools. And also, we get a lot of feedback from parents saying to us, you know what, my child doesn't know how to read or write isiXhosa. I'm teaching them through your magazine. My child doesn't know how to read or write isiZulu, and I'm teaching them through your magazine. So that is very important for us. It's extremely important that we make sure that the content that we're bringing you isn't coming in just in English, which is great. It's a market that we're serving. However, there's a huge market that we also are serving that is people who want to read in isiZulu or people who want to teach their children.
The digitalization of the magazine is also a reality. The editor saying this is nothing to be afraid of.
Print is not dying. What you need to do, though, is repackage it. You need to rework content. So the focus is not keep print alive in its current form. If we do that, then we definitely will die. But what we need to do is move with the times. So what is digital doing that print can't do? And then take those things and make sure that your print elements have them. And make sure that there's a constant relationship between what you're offering on digital and what you're offering on print as well. The two have to speak to each other. There has to be something that your reader is now going to take this print edition, relax, lie back, read, but then say, I need to now go online to see how this conversation is going further, how we're carrying this conversation on. We are going to stick with the things that have actually worked for us, which is relatability, access, being very clear and true to any kind of woman having access to Bona, and representation. That is huge. We're also going to stick with making sure that our reader is always constantly engaging with us and taking their engagement and then reverting back with what we think the content they require is. Because trends change, things change. You have to keep a solid grounding, but also move with what you feel isn't going to break your core readership, but move so that you can gain new ground with other readers as well.
And next on Mags on Media, the trick to finding that all-important human connection when embarking on a content marketing strategy, and also the story of the Hong Kong Ballet celebrated its 40th anniversary in style.